Jax Taylor is walking away, again. But this time, it's not just from a relationship or a moment of bad press. This time, it's from the valley, from the cameras, from the spotlight, and, if his words are to be believed, from the very patterns that have defined his public persona for over a decade. In a stunning announcement that confirmed swirling rumors, Jax Taylor has officially revealed he will not be returning for the third season of Bravo's The Valley. The reality TV star, who has been at the center of controversy, marital breakdown, and mental health struggles throughout season 2, made the announcement through a somber statement to E! News. After an incredibly challenging year and many honest conversations with my team and producers, Jax began, I'll be stepping away from the next season of The Valley. Right now, my focus needs to be on my sobriety, my mental health, and co-parenting. Taking this time is necessary for me to become the best version of myself, especially for our son, Cruz. It was the kind of vulnerable declaration that longtime fans rarely heard from Jax. But to those who watched season 2 unfold, the writing was already on the wall. Things began to unravel early in the season, when Jax suddenly disappeared from filming. It was later revealed that he had checked himself into a wellness facility, an effort to address his deepening mental health struggles. For several episodes, he was physically absent but emotionally omnipresent. Castmates received aggressive, often confrontational text messages from him during his stay, and his presence lingered through pre-recorded confessionals filmed during his time in treatment. It was clear Jax wasn't just facing inner turmoil, he was also leaving a ripple effect on everyone around him, and then came the moment that fans had long anticipated but hoped would never come. Brittany Cartwright, his wife of 5 years, filed for divorce shortly after Jax returned home. The reasons were devastatingly simple: irreconcilable differences. To the outside world, it might have seemed like the culmination of years of tension. But for Brittany, it was the final, heartbreaking step in a long journey of trying, forgiving, and surviving. As cameras continued rolling, she struggled to process the breakdown of a relationship she had tried so desperately to save, and the signs were always there. Even before season 2 aired, Jax had taken the bold step of publicly acknowledging a deeply personal truth. He had battled a serious addiction to cocaine. It was a moment of accountability, but also one that opened the door to even more questions. Could the man who once prided himself on his wild, untamed party boy image truly change? Could he be the kind of partner and father he himself had claimed he wanted to be? Those questions loomed over every episode, and they didn't have easy answers. The show's co-creator Alex Baskin addressed the delicate balance of telling the whole story without sugarcoating the damage left in its wake. In a June 17 interview with Variety, Baskin made it clear, our job is to tell the full story. If we didn't tell the story in its completeness, then we would be covering up something that really happened, and denying Brittany the chance to share what she had been through. He continued, I don't think that's really platforming an abuser, as much as that is platforming the story, which includes Brittany's experience as well as Jax's. Jax's on-screen journey has always been explosive. And fans of Vanderpump Rules will remember this isn't his first scandal, or his first cheating controversy. Back in 2017, long before they tied the knot, Jax was caught cheating on Brittany with SUR waitress Faith Stowers. The fallout was brutal. Brittany, heartbroken and humiliated, ended the relationship. But within months, the two reconciled, ultimately marrying in 2020. At the time, Jax had offered a candid, if unsettling, confession: this isn't my first time being caught cheating. In the past, I've gone through months and months of deny, and that didn't work for me. But the marriage that began with a reality TV fairy tale quickly started showing cracks. In February 2024, Brittany took to their joint podcast When Reality Hits to confirm what fans had long suspected: she and Jax had separated. Yes, marriages in general are very hard, and I've had a particularly rough year this past year, she shared in a quiet, emotional moment. Jax and I are taking time apart, and I made the decision to move into another home to take some space for the sake of my mental health. The decision wasn't made lightly. And as Brittany explained, I'm taking one day at a time. I don't know what the future holds, but right now my focus is on being the best mom to Cruz. As The Valley premiered in March, Bravo pulled no punches. In the show's trailer, Brittany admitted in tears, I don't feel like he's attracted to me. We don't have sex ever. Jax, in a confessional, bluntly added, it's so hard to be married sometimes. To make matters worse, rumors of cheating began swirling once again. Co-star Janet Caperna even teased in the trailer, there's a rumor about Jax cheating online. But Jax was quick to defend himself. Speaking at The Valley's premiere party, he told E! News on March 14th, we're just having a little communication issues right now. That's all, there's nothing else. There's no cheating. There's no infidelity anywhere. It's just communication. He insisted that their separation wasn't permanent, describing it as merely physical. We see each other every single day, he said. The only thing that's different is we just don't sleep under the same roof. That's it. Brittany, however, offered a more revealing version of the story. In an exclusive interview on March 18, she admitted the separation had been in motion since January. We got into a very bad fight and I decided to pack up my stuff, she explained. I've been staying in an Airbnb since January 24th. For Brittany, the decision to leave wasn't about drama. It was about survival. I'm doing it for my mental space, she shared. And I feel very strong with my decision to get out for a while. Despite the emotional roller coaster, both Jax and Brittany maintained a united front when it came to their 2-year-old son, Cruz. He's number one and we both agree on that, Jax emphasized. It's about knowing he's got 2 loving parents that love him to death and he's gonna have the best life possible, whether we are together or not. Brittany echoed the sentiment. I just don't want that for our son. I don't want him growing up thinking it's normal to live like that. Still, even in the midst of heartbreak, Brittany admitted she wasn't completely shutting the door on reconciliation. There's always hope, she said gently. But I need Jax to put in the work. I don't think anybody will ever love Jax the way I've loved Jax. Over all these years, I've been through so much with him and I've stuck by his side through everything. She continued, so I think that if he makes certain changes that I've asked, maybe we could get back together. But right now, I just really need to figure out myself. I felt really strong and really proud of myself for being able to step out and do what's right for me. My mental health is super important. For some of the couple's friends, the breakup was a long time coming. Lisa Vanderpump, their former boss at SUR and longtime observer of Jax's antics, didn't mince words. Everybody predicted that when they got married, she told E! News. They said, oh, this won't last long, but I kind of never liked to draw conclusions. Still, she acknowledged the likely root of their split. I imagine it was probably something to do with Jax's bad behavior. I'm not sure, but the indicator of future behavior is normally past behavior. Their longtime friend Skeena Shea was even more direct. I think it's for the best, she said bluntly. I think she deserves better and she deserves a partner who's going to treat her with respect. Kristen Dudd, another friend and the Valley castmate, offered support but held Jax accountable. I'm proud of Brittany for setting boundaries, for making the choice for her, Kristen said. But I'm very hopeful that they can work this out. But that's on Jax. That's not on her. And if there was ever a moment that revealed just how dark things had gotten behind closed doors, it came during the Valley's June 4th season finale. In a scene that left viewers stunned, Brittany confronted Jax about the emotional mistreatment she says she endured. Kristen recounted the verbal abuse Brittany allegedly received. Does he say, I know I treat you like S.T. I know I'm mean. I know I've called you fat and I've told you you're f-king lazy and that you're not going to have any friends if you guys break up. For viewers, it was confirmation of what many had feared. For Brittany, it was a painful truth she could no longer keep quiet about. Jax Taylor may have stepped away from the spotlight, but the consequences of his actions are still unfolding. Whether or not this marks the beginning of a redemption arc, or simply the end of a turbulent chapter, remains to be seen, but one thing is clear, Brittany Cartwright has found her voice. And this time, she's using it not to defend the man she stood by for years, but to stand up for herself, her mental health, and the son they share, and maybe, just maybe, that's the most powerful reality check of all.